that is not the main thing. The main thing is not what do you do. The main thing is who is doing it. In jhana, you have to give up doership. Often it is said in jhana, there is no doer. So what do they mean by that? Well, of course, first of all, if nothing ever gets done, there is no doer. It's not only that. I mean, just think if you are doing something, who is doing it? Well, it's not the self who is doing it, because the self is just the self. It's just really happy by what it is. It can't change, so what can it do? It's either, neither is it mind. No? Maybe involved, but it's not the doer. The intellect, same. The body, same. The breath, same. The only one who thinks he is a doer is the ego. He is the one who thinks he is doing things. And he is the one who doesn't exist. So there is no doer. And to give up doership is very important. Whatever needs to be done is done. But there should nobody be doing it. The ego should shut up, not claim any responsibility, not claim any credit. The ego is the only problem. I mean, of course, in yoga we have to get mind under control and get breath under control and get the body under control and get everything under control. That is true up to a level, but that's only so that the ego can't make bad use of these tools, because these tools are only tools. They do what they are said to do. So to give up the doer means to give up the ego. Like right now, who is teaching? If I thought Peter Marchand would be the teacher, my God, I wouldn't be sitting here. Who am I to sit here and talk about the truth and age-old knowledge of a country to which I don't even belong? So if I thought that this one, Peter Marchand, was doing it, I would never dare to do it. So I am not doing it. It's just happening. And I just let it happen. And by letting it happen, it happens also in the most perfect way. Whenever something goes wrong in it, okay, I don't mind taking the credit for that. It's like walking, when you walk you're also not really conscious about it. And the moment you start walking consciously, very much in control and taking every step measured out, you'll stumble, you'll fall. It's impossible. It's a bit different when you learn to do something entirely new. There maybe a little doership won't hurt, like when a young baby has to learn to walk. Then okay, it needs to focus and think about it. Something, But as little as possible. Because even in his case, it will work best if he just say, okay, let's walk. And just walks. Just lets it happen. His legs know what to do, his mind knows what to do, his intellect knows what to do, his breath knows what to do. He'll walk. But if he thinks, I have to walk, me, Peter Marchand, I have to walk. Let's walk, let's not fall, I'll fall. So it's the same with everything. And you can exercise that in life all the time. and maybe start with simple things like washing dishes. You know, we all know that we can wash all these dishes without really being involved, because usually when people wash dishes, their mind is elsewhere. They are thinking about this and that and so on. So do the same thing, except don't let your mind go anywhere. Just stay focused on the dishes, but don't do the dishes. Let them be done. Try to keep silent. Try to be not involved. Try to let it happen. And it will happen. And once you can do it with the dishes, you can do it with many other things, more and more complicated, until even, you're talking and you're not doing it. It also just happens naturally. And that's the main point, to start behaving naturally. To be means to be naturally. That means that your attention is on that which you are doing, but not feeling that you are doing it. That is what gives the most credit to the self. You stay with the self, and let mind and body and everything take care of the rest. They know. They don't need you. So, in that way, everything in life becomes a meditation. And that way you can do whatever needs to be done, whatever is your dharma, whatever even you want to do or like to do, but without doership. Like good sportsmen, they know that. Like a tennis player, he has no time to think. When the ball comes that way, he can't think, I'll make a cross now, and then he'll do a backhand, and then I'll do a drop shot. And if he wants to do a drop shot, it just has to come like that. If he's already thinking about it in advance, it will be very clear for the other player that the drop shot will come. He just has to let it come naturally, and suddenly, bloom, some drop shot will come. And maybe, in between the balls or in between the games, you might think a little bit, okay, I'll try, to give longer balls or harder balls or shorter balls or whatever balls, a little tactic there. But during the game, no time for that. When the player starts thinking too much, then he can't play anymore. Then he'll make mistake after mistake. And when he makes a mistake, just by accident, one ball just over the line, then he starts doubting himself. Then he starts thinking he needs to take more control. And by taking more control, he loses everything. It's only by playing naturally that he can win the game. And this is true also in life. Like you can sing a song which you already know, while in the same time focusing on your inner being, on your inner silence, and not focusing on the song, not trying to sing very beautifully or something like that. Just letting the song happen, letting your voice and your mind do the job.